a career anywhere in the world. You get a call from a friend from Singapore and he tells you, why don't you come down to Singapore? You should be ready to take up a job in Singapore. You need to be global. What I believe is that today, if you have to be successful in your career, if you want to see growth in your career, you should be ready to take up assignments wherever you get. So that is number one. Because many of us always think, chalo yaar, we have come to Bahrain, we are locked to Bahrain for the rest of our life. We have come to Canada, we have invested in a house, we are locked. No. I think you need to factor for the opportunities that are there. And I can tell you, new jurisdictions give you more opportunities, attractive pay packages, and of course, a different flavor in life. After 5 years, you find that everything in Bahrain is old and nothing exciting. You can always go to a new destination. That's number one. Number two, don't drift away from your core strengths. Our core strengths are finance, accounting. Don't get into an operational role. It's very easy for people to push you to an operational role. They'll say you're very good because chartered accounts are highly trusted. The moment they find you to be good, they put you in an operational role. And when you're into an operational role, you get disconnected from your traditional core areas. That's very important. You please ensure that you continue to be in touch with your core areas. So in your career, whenever you choose your career path, you ensure that you're in your core areas because only then you'll be able to have that satisfaction that you're doing a good job as a chartered accountant. Many people tell me, Mr. Raghu, I'm in an operational role, hardly have anything to do on finance and accounting. I think that is not good. Number three, as I said, adopt lifelong learning as the mantra. I find in India, there's a huge appetite for learning. Overseas members' appetite for learning is less. Let me be very clear. I've interacted with many people. Yes, you have challenges. You have a lot of challenges compared to the Indian members, but you have to adopt lifelong learning as your mantra. There's no substitute. You need to build additional skill sets. Number four, what I said, you need to build new skill sets. Yes, we have 13 certification courses. These certification courses can help you to build the skill sets. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, they're all doing extremely well on the IFRS certification programs. So each one of you should try to see, in addition to your existing knowledge, can you build an additional skill set the next 2 years, next 3 years? Set a target for yourself. Forensic audit, fraud detection is an exciting area. Today there's a huge dearth of CAs on forensic audit, fraud detection. When the Reserve Bank of India asks us, Mr. Raghu, can you provide us a list of CAs? We have just about 135 members specializing in forensic audit and fraud detection. So there's a huge appetite for professionals in these areas. And lastly, anytime you want to get back to India, one question that bothers every overseas member is that, what can I do in India? I don't know anything about taxation. I'm not very good for audit. Do you think I'll be successful? Do you think I can earn money? I can only say to each one of you present here, the day you want to pack your bags and leave and come back to India, plenty of opportunities in India. India is growing fast. And our professionals, I have seen a lot of people coming back to India. They're getting into a lot of new things. No need for you to get into a tax practice or audit practice. Get into technology consulting, get into business consulting, financial services consulting, investment consulting. So many opportunities, as I said. So for many of you who would like to come back to India 5 years down the lane, 10 years down the lane, tomorrow, plenty of opportunities. Don't stand the risk of someone telling you, if someone has told you there are no opportunities for you, please don't get carried away by such statements. Opportunities are there in big numbers. Finally, friends, I can only request each one of you that we have a CA benevolent fund where we build the corpus, and it is the duty of every president to see how best he can build the corpus. I've made a request to the chairman to help us in this initiative. We get a lot of requests from spouses of members who are in distress, and it's our duty to see how best we can help them. The other day when I was in the Bombay airport, a young CA came up to me and said, "Sir, are you Mr. Raghu?" I said, "Yes." "Sir, I'm extremely thankful to the CA Institute because my father passed away in a road accident. My mother applied to the CA Benevolent Fund and the CA Institute paid 5,000 rupees per month for a period of 7 years. And this amount was very helpful to my family, and today if I'm a CA, it is because of this contribution to made by the Institute. And sir, now I'm working in Infosys Technologies and I would like to commit 1 month of my salary to the CA Benevolent Fund." Friends, when we come across such instances, as a leader of the profession, you feel, yes, why don't we do something to, add to the corpus? I can only say, yes, as a president, this is the only request I can make wherever, and we don't want to force anyone. This is something voluntary. And wherever you have some desire to contribute something to the CA Benevolent Fund, please get in touch with your chairman, or you can go to the institute website. You can get all the details for the contribution to the CA Benevolent Fund. 29th, 30th, 31st of January, a high-profile event is happening in Bangalore. It's an international conference. Generally, the international conference is held in the location where the president comes from. I come from Bangalore. It is being conducted at the Bangalore Palace. So if you have some visits back home, you can structure it in such a way you can visit your relatives, your parents, and also attend the international conference. I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to the international conference. And we are trying to keep in touch with you. You have any suggestions, feedback, send a mail to me, president@ica.org, and we'll be able to get back to you. Thank you very much, friends. And I'm sure there's exciting time for all of us, and we should be extremely happy that we are a part of this great profession, because society looks upon us with so much of respect. Entire profession is looked upon with high esteem, and I can only say we should be proud to be a part of this great family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, C.A. Raghu, for enlightening us on the ocean of opportunities available to our members and the various initiatives undertaken under your leadership. Members and friends, I'm sure our president deserves a standing ovation for all the initiatives and efforts. Thank you. C.A. Raghu, we have a raffle draw, which is a standard practice. I request you to pick one for next lucky winner.
When these slips were coming, I thought checks are coming for me. There's no question answer session, unfortunately, with this. You can meet C.A. Raghu during lunch.
C.A. Gopal Krishnan, congratulations on getting yourself a Cartier perfume. I now request our chairman, C.A. Meenakshi Sundaram, to honor Mr. C.A. K. Raghu with a memento as a token of appreciation and gratitude. I request our overseas chapter chairmen, Padmanabha Acharya, Umesh Kumar, George Isaac, to have a group photograph on the dais. Thank you. My apologies, our senior member and past president, C.A. Amarjit Chopra, to please come on the dais. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a coffee break for about 15 minutes. We will reconvene exactly at 11:30 for the next speaker, Mr. Madhukar Shenoy. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The next speaker for today is going to talk about global financial system, what tomorrow beholds. CA Madhukar Shenoy is a financial services consulting partner with PwC Bahrain with over 20 years of Middle East audit and advisory experience. He leads PwC's Middle East regulatory and risk consulting practice. He's also advised 4 GCC central banks on the formation of Gulf Monetary Council. He has assisted the central banks of Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, Malaysia, Nigeria, and Saudi Arabia on a wider range of policy issues. He is a regular speaker at various conferences and has also contributed a number of articles relevant to regulation, Islamic finance, risk, governance, and Basel III. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming CA Madhukar Shenoy with a huge round of applause.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Obviously, it's an honor to be here in front of such an important gathering. I've spoken at several conferences, but not in front of CAs. Is it okay? Hello? Yeah, in keeping with the theme of the conference itself, Together Towards Tomorrow, I've selected a topic that's quite important to us as accountants as well as to us as consulting firms and accounting firms, which is global financial system, what beholds tomorrow, I mean the future of global financial system. But before I do that, I want to look at some of the trends we are seeing within the global marketplace, which we call within PricewaterhouseCoopers mega trends, and then move on to look at financial system, and then see how it might interact with us as accountants, as chartered accountants of tomorrow. A large part of this is based on a series of publications that PricewaterhouseCoopers does on megatrends. Having said that, there is interpretation I've added to it based on my own analysis. And again, whatever I say here is not necessarily opinion or view of PricewaterhouseCoopers, but that of my own. So what are some of the global megatrends? We see 5 key trends that have been emerging in the last 10 years, and they are: 1, the seismic shift in the economic landscape globally, and I'm sure all of you have experienced that. Number 2, the demographic shifts, which is the population, the mobility, and so on and so forth, which is also changing the way market is reacting to events and so on. Number 3 is technological breakthrough, and I suppose some of that has been, we have seen some parts of it yesterday. Accelerating urbanization is number 4, and number 5 is climate change. They're not necessarily in these order, but I think that's the order I've taken to make the presentation quite easy. Moving on to the first one, global economic trends. We see that, as you've all witnessed, the axis, which is South America, Africa, Asia, Asia Pacific, and Middle East, SAMI as we call it, are clearly the changing the market. The markets are dynamically changing as a result of what we have seen in the last 10-15 years. When I left Bangalore in India in 1990, and I was consulting, doing work for BPL Group, we probably had about 700 million in foreign exchange reserves, which was sufficient for just 1 week of imports. And today, I think it's grown up 500 times to 340 or 350 billion reserves. In those days, you needed 300% margin to open an LC, and it's radically changed. I left India before the liberalization, and I think I missed some of that since I came to the region. I was in Africa for some time. But what we've seen in the last 10 to 20 years is a crazy boom in some of these markets, and that is going